Hello everybody, welcome to Mathethics original channel. Thank you for watching our videos. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In this video, we will be adding and subtracting polynomials. Now, adding and subtracting polynomials is just as easy as adding and subtracting number. Just like when we say 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, it's the same thing as adding polynomials. With the only difference is you gotta remember to combine like terms. Okay, you can only add like terms. You can only subtract like terms. What do I mean by like terms? When we say like terms are terms that have the same variables and the same exponent. Okay, like term mean same variables, same exponent. That's it. Okay, so that's what like term mean. Same variables, same exponent. Okay, so let's go. Here we got about 6 functions. We got g of x, we got h of x, we got k of x, we got f of x, we got p of x, and we got q of x. That's about 6 functions up here. So we're gonna use this function to answer question A to F. So that's this whole section right here is adding polynomials. All we're gonna be doing is find the sum of those combination. Okay, so let's start with A. So A say for A we need to find h of x plus k of x. Now what we do is you go back to those table. So that's the h of x function and that's the k of x function. So I'm gonna go ahead and write out h of x. Okay, the first one is h of x, which is 2x squared. I like to put it in parentheses. 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Okay, so that's my h of x plus, okay, so we got that plus sign, k of x. Now I'm going to look for k of x. K of x is negative x squared minus 3x plus 4. Okay, so h of x plus k of x. That's h of x right here, and that is k of x. Okay, so now that plus sign is the plus sign that's in the question. So now what we're doing, combining like term. So let's first eliminate the parentheses. Okay, so that'll make life easier. So we're gonna first thing we're gonna eliminate the parentheses. So we're gonna have 2x squared. Use a black marker. We're gonna have 2x squared. The first polynomial will stay the way it is, plus 5x minus 12. Now, because this is a plus sign have no impact on the next polynomial. So everything gonna be the same thing. So we're just gonna put negative x squared minus 3x squared plus 4. Okay, so notice I don't change anything in this polynomial because the sign is a plus. Okay, so I do not change anything in this polynomial. I leave it the way it is because the sign is a plus. When you say plus sign, it's pretty much neutral. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna combine like terms. And remember, combining like term mean terms that have the same variable and then the same exponent. Okay, so let's start. So we're gonna start with this first term over here, 2x squared. So what term? So we're gonna start with 2x squared. So let's circle to x squared. We're gonna circle to x squared. So what term have the same variable like x and the same exponent? Okay, so x and exponent 2. So that's negative x squared. You always include the sign in front of it. So that's negative x squared. So we're gonna combine these two right here. So 2x squared minus x squared is So when you what you do, you just subtracting the numbers. So when there is nothing in front of the x, that means it's a 1. Okay, so that's pretend that's a 1 right here. When there is nothing here, that's a 1. So you're gonna say 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we're gonna have x squared over here. Okay, so 1 is neutral. Now we're gonna do the next one is 5x. So 5x, and again that's include the sign, that's a plus 5x. We can combine that with negative 3x. Okay, you can combine that with negative 3x. 5x minus 3x will be 2x. So plus 2x. 5x minus 3x, you all you do is 5 minus 3 is plus 2. Then you got x. And least the last one is the number. So we got negative 12. And what's look like negative 12 is 4. We can just combine the number. The numbers are always like terms. So negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8. And you're done. That's all you have to do here. Okay, let's do the second one. Here we have g of x. G of x. Let's look for g of x. We're gonna do g of x. G of x is right here. Plus h of x. Right here. G of x plus h of x. So g of x is 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1 plus h of x, so in parentheses, plus h of x, which is 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Okay, now we have a binomial. G of x is a binomial. Why? Because it got two terms, right? So g of x is a binomial. That's two terms. So the first one right here have an exponent of 1, okay, and the second one is a constant. The negative 1 is a constant, okay, because there is no x to it. That's when the exponent is 0, okay. So the constant term have an exponent of 0. All right. So the second one, h of x, is a trinomial with 3 terms, and we got exponent of 2. And the second term have an exponent of 1, and the third term have an exponent of 0. Okay, so now let's combine. The first thing I like to do is to rewrite this without the parentheses. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we got 2x minus 1. The first one's still the same, and since that's a plus, it doesn't have any impact. Plus 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Things still the same. Okay. Now I'm gonna combine like terms. So I always start with the highest one first. So in this case, that would be x squared. So I'm gonna start with the 2x squared. Is there anything here that's look like 2x squared? No. 2x squared is the only one. The only one here is 2x squared. So we're gonna have 2x squared here. Then we're gonna be dealing with the x. So we got 2x. And then over here we got plus 5x. So what is 2x? 2 plus 5 is 7. So we're gonna have plus 7x. Okay, and then you have the number, which is negative 1, and then negative 12. So negative 1 minus 12 is minus 13. So that would be negative 13. And that's it. That's all you're doing. Okay, so we're going to do some more example. third one. So g of x, which is this one, and plus k of x, which is that one. So we're gonna combine these two together. Okay, so we're gonna do g of x plus k of x. So let's write them down. So g of x is 2x minus 1. Again, that's a binomial, 2x minus 1, plus k of x is negative x squared minus 3x plus 4, and that's the trinomial. So I like to write it down. We write it without the parentheses. So we're going to have 2x minus 1. Since that's a plus, then that doesn't change anything inside the parentheses. So we're going to have minus x squared minus 3x plus 4. Okay, so I have it down without the parentheses. Now let's go ahead and combine like terms. Okay, we're gonna combine like terms. So we start with the highest one, the negative x squared. Is there any other negative? Is there any other x squared here? When I look around, that's the only term of the x squared. So I'm gonna put it down. So I have no other x squared. So I'm gonna go ahead and do negative x squared. Then I'm gonna check with the x term. Okay, so I have 2x here. I have a negative 3x here. So I can just go ahead and say 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So negative 1x, become negative x. Okay, when it's 1, you don't have to put it. And then I can go ahead and do the numbers. I got negative 1 here, and I got plus 4 here. So we can say negative 1 plus 4 is plus 3. And that's your answer. Okay. Now we have p of x plus q of x. P of x plus q of x. Where's p of x? P of x is y here, and q of x is y here. And then again, p of x is a trinomial, and q of x is a binomial. Okay, we got one term, x squared is the one term, plus we got the plus sign, make it switch to the second term, which is 5x, then you got the plus sign, switch to the third term, which is 8. Q of x is a binomial, got negative 5x, then you got a negative sign, that switch to the second term, which is 3. So every time, remember, every time the term have no variable, it's called a constant. The number is called a constant. The number with in front of the variable called a coefficient. Okay, so negative 5 is a coefficient of x, but negative 3 is a constant. Okay, so p of x is x squared plus 5x plus 8 plus q of x, and q of x is negative 5x minus 3. Again, I like to write it without the parentheses. So I'm going to go ahead and say x squared plus 5x plus 8. Now, since that is a plus, then it doesn't change anything here. So I'm going to have negative 5x and minus 3. Okay, so now I'm going to combine like terms. Start with the x squared. So I only got one term with the x squared. If you look over here, there is no other term with the x squared in it. So that's it right here. So we're going to have x squared then we're going to check for the next one. We got plus 5x and we got negative 5x. So we're going to combine these two. So plus 5 minus 5 is 0. So that's cancelled. Those are cancelled. If they things are the same, just different sign, so it's cancel each other. This cancel this. These are 0. So we don't have the x term. And the next one will be the numbers. We got plus 8 and we got negative 3. Okay? So plus 8 minus 3 is plus 5. So you're going to have plus 5. Okay? And that's your answer. Now, this turned out to be a binomial. The first term is x squared, and the second term is 5. Okay? Next question. Here we got f of x Here we got f of x plus q of x. It's fine. F of x is right here, and q of x is over there. Again, f of x is a trinomial, q of x is a binomial. So f of x, we got negative x squared, like to negative x squared plus 2x minus 5 plus negative 5x minus 3. Okay, so now once you write it that way, then we gonna go ahead and we write it without the parentheses. The only reason I start with the parentheses because when we start doing subtraction, the negative sign gonna make a whole lot of difference. Okay, so that's why I start with the parentheses so you don't get confused. So negative x squared, so everything gonna be the same here. Negative x squared plus 2x minus 5. Then you got, ignore that plus, put negative 5x minus 3. It's just like the plus sign is neutral. That's why we just ignore it. Now, we're going to start combining like terms. The x squared. So we got negative x squared over here in the front. But there is no other term with the x squared. If you can see that, there is nothing else with the x squared. So that's make, we're going to start with the negative x squared. We can combine it. Now, let's do the x term. So we got plus 2x over here, and you got minus 5x over here. So you can say 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So we're going to have negative 3x. Okay. Then we have the number negative 5, and you got the number negative 3. So negative 5, negative 3 is negative 8. And that is your answer right here. Okay. Now, we got f of x and p of x. F of x and p of x. So we're going to go ahead and write it down. F of x is negative x squared plus 2x minus 5 plus p of x is x squared plus 5x plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this without the parentheses. So I'm going to have negative x squared plus 2x minus 5 plus x squared. Okay, that x squared is positive, plus 5x plus 8. Okay, now we are ready to combine like terms. So we're going to combine like terms. So we got, in this one, we got a negative x squared over here. And do we have any other x squared? We got one over here. We got positive x squared. So negative x squared, positive x squared, they're both x squared. There was no other number. or the coefficient is 1. The coefficient for both of them is 1 and different signs, so that's cancel each other. That's 0. -1 plus 1 is 0. So we got no x squared term. So let's check for the second one. We got positive 2x here, and we got positive 5x here. So 2x plus 5x will be 7x. So we're going to have 7x. And then we have a -5 and a positive 8. -5 plus 8 will be plus 3. And that's it. Okay. So this is all for adding polynomial. Now, the next one we're going to do is all about subtracting polynomial. Here is say use the given functions to find the specified difference in A to C. We got 4 different functions here. 3 of them are trinomial, and the other one is a binomial. Okay, so and also the trinomial have the highest exponent right here is 2. So when your highest exponent is 2, that's a quadratic function, and g of x, which is have a highest exponent of 1, is a linear function. Now, when you're subtracting is the same thing as adding polynomials. Okay, subtracting is the same thing as adding polynomials. The only difference is you have to pay attention to the negative sign. That's all. Okay, so now let's begin. So we have h of x. So let's find h of x. That's h of x right here. And we have f of x. So h of x minus f of x. So if we have h of x equal 4x squared, the same thing, we put them in parentheses. 4x squared minus x minus 15. Minus x minus 15. So we put this in parentheses. Minus x squared minus 3x minus 5. That's my f of x. Okay, so now once I set it up that way, now I want to rewrite it without the parentheses. So I'm going to have 4x squared minus x minus 15. Now, remember when we're doing the addition, so we see the plus sign has no effect on the second polynomial because the plus sign is pretty much like neutral. But this is different for the negative sign. So when you're doing subtraction, you have that negative sign gonna change everything inside the parentheses. Okay, the plus sign doesn't change anything, but the negative sign change everything inside the parentheses. Okay, so this is how you do it. X squared is positive, so you're gonna make it negative x squared. Always the opposite sign. Negative 3x. We got negative 3x here, so 3x is negative. Now we're gonna change it to positive 3x. And you have negative 5, which you're gonna change to positive 5. Okay, you just put the opposite sign. When it's negative, you just put down the opposite sign of whatever inside the parentheses. Now we are ready to combine like term, the fun part. Let's check for x squared. The highest exponent is 2 here. So we got 4x squared and we have negative x squared. So we can say 4 minus 1, that's like a 1 here. Okay, remember, when there is nothing, that's a 1. Okay, so we're going to say 4 minus 1 is 3. So we're going to have 3x squared. Then we're going to check for the x. We got a negative x here, and we have a positive 3x over here. So we can say negative x or negative 1. Okay, so again, that's a 1 right here. That you don't see. So we can say negative 1 plus 3 is plus 2. So we're going to have plus 2x. Then you got the number, the constant term. Negative 15 and positive 5. Negative 15 plus 5 is just negative 10. Put that in the calculator. That's what you will get. Okay, that's it for that one. Second question. You have h of x minus g of x. So h of x is, we got is this, and then g of x, we don't need f of x no more. We're gonna check g of x. So we're gonna have 4x squared, that's for h of x, x minus 15 parentheses minus g of x is the binomial, negative 4x minus 7. All right, so I like to rewrite it without the parentheses. So we're gonna have 4x squared minus x minus 15. The first function stay the same no matter what sign it is. Whether it's additional, subtraction, the first one stay the same. Now for the second one, because we have a minus sign here, we're gonna change that negative 4 to positive 4x, and that negative 7 to positive 7. Then we are ready to combine like terms. We got 4x squared here, and we have no other x squared. So that's the only term with the x squared. So we're gonna carry it down. Oops. We're about to carry this for x squared here. Then we're gonna go ahead with the x term. So we got negative x here, and we got positive 4x. Now that negative, that's with negative 1x. Okay, so negative 1 plus 4 is 3. So we're gonna have plus 3x. And then we got the numbers, of course, the constant term, negative 15 and positive 7. So negative 15 plus 7 is just 8. So that's negative 8. So we got negative 8 here. So and that is your answer. All right, that's that last one. F of x minus k of x. F of x minus k of x. Okay, we got f of x here, and we got k of x here. So it's going to be subtraction. So we're going to put f of x, which is x squared minus 3x minus 5 parentheses, and minus k of x, which is negative x squared plus 7x plus 4. Okay, now I like to rewrite it without the parentheses. So we're gonna have x squared minus 3x minus 5. Now two negatives, well, that's a negative sign, so that's when we're gonna change everything inside the parentheses on the second one. Okay, so that's negative x squared gonna become positive x squared. That's plus 7x gonna become minus 7x, and that's plus 4 gonna become minus 4. Now we are ready to combine like terms. So we got x squared over here, and we also have a plus x squared over there. So they both have a 1 in front of them. That's a 1. That's a 1. Okay. 1 plus 1 is 2. Oh, come on. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you're going to have 2 x squared. Now we're going to go with the x. Combine the like term. Okay. Same variable and same exponent. Both x. So now we're gonna do negative 3 minus 7. Okay, negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10. Negative 10, and return the x. Now we're going to combine the numbers, constant terms, negative 5 and negative 4. So negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. And that is your answer. Okay. So when you're adding and subtracting polynomial, it's just a matter of combining like terms. Okay. Remember, like term is a term with the same variable and the same exponent. Okay, same variable, or in other words, the same letter and the same exponent. So that's what your like terms are. So that's the thing you can combine together. And the difference between adding and subtracting, when you're subtracting the polynomial, the negative sign have an impact on the second function of the second polynomial. Okay, so it will change every sign of the second function. So keep that in mind. Okay, so beside that, it's just like adding numbers. Again, thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, suggestions, and comment, do not hesitate to put them in the comment box. Thank you. I'll see you for the next video.